Another Friday episode, no activity for the Cubs. Let's have some fun.
You are Locked On Cubs, your daily Chicago Cubs podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
You are Locked On Cubs, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Alongside Sam Olber, I'm Matt Cozy. Best way to support the show is by listening every day on your preferred audio platform and by pressing like and subscribe on YouTube. Thank you so much for making us your first listen. Sam and I are lifelong fans, taking our passion into a discussion with you on all things Cubs. Today's Friday episode is presented by FanDuel. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets with any winning $5 money line bet. That's $150 if your team wins. Visit FanDuel.com/lockedon to get started. As the Cubs continue to be connected to the DH category of the free agent market, could Jorge Soler be a target for the Northsiders? We're going to discuss that at the top of the show, followed by a look at the NL Central projections based on current rosters, and then best and worst of the week. Sam, how are you doing as we close out the week here?
I'm fine.
Soler played his first 3 major league seasons with the Cubs, including winning a World Series in 2016. He was then traded for Wade Davis and spent 5 years in KC before a midseason trade to the Braves in 2021. Soler spent the last 2 years with the Marlins, where he was an all-star last summer. He certainly has become the power threat we wondered if he could be, and perhaps he can be the DH for the Cubs in 2024. Thoughts on Soler possibly rejoining his former team?
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't like doing this. So I did hear passing on
what was that like? To report about that.
On Waddle and Silva. Yeah, he really didn't seem like he knows kind of what the Cubs are up to, but
that should be the headline.
He kind of made it seem like they had a plan. He did go out of his way to mention Padres right-hander Michael Wacha as a potential candidate. And then, but he did say,
well, like, that's an okay candidate
as long as there's someone better
right
that they're going to get as well. He also did talk about how, like, he just doesn't know who the Cubs are connected to with the pitchers. Montgomery, he mentioned Imanaga for sure,
right.
But he didn't say it in a way that they're not connected to anybody. It was just kind of more of a, I don't know. They're keeping it close to the vest. As far as Soler goes, I think he obviously brings a ton of power. He had 36 home runs last campaign. He really struggles in cold weather, which is one of the reasons I don't think he'd want to come here and why Miami was such a good fit for him. If you remember Jorge Soler, if it's below 70 degrees, he's got his winter gear on. So
that's a good point.
And he doesn't really start to get going till about May.
So that could be a problem.
He had a great year last year. He brings, like I said, power. If they re-sign Bellinger, a guy like Soler would be delightful to have in the lineup.
I think so.
You could use that righty. But, the thing I will say about Soler is if you really do feel great about Christopher Morel, they have pretty similar type profiles. Obviously, Soler is a little bit more advanced. He has a higher OBP, things like that. But, I don't know. I'm open to it. I'm open to pop. I mean, a lineup, Bleacher Nation always talks about this. If you could get Christopher Morel to actually play third base, Matthew, and be good at it, then you look at, and then Soler is your DH.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
And you re-sign Bellinger, then you have a very good, potent lineup.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking right now, man.
Yeah, but I just, again, and I say this with a lot of respect and admiration.
For who?
For you.
Okay.
I just don't we're just throwing out stuff and seeing if
it's a Friday episode.
No, I know. And that's fine. You could say, hey, listen, are they interested in, and Ronald Acuna, and people would listen.
Well, I
So
don't know about all that.
I'm just saying, like, I haven't heard much Soler to the Cubs, but according to Passan, he hasn't really heard the Cubs with anybody. So.
Exactly. So then it's almost like fair game to throw out anybody's name. But I mean, in all fairness, the first base DH market, the Cubs seem to be targeting. Less so with the hot corner. It looks like maybe they are going to give Morel a run there. Obviously, you have the Magical Master of Wisdom trio there as well. And like a Matt Shaw waiting in the wings. So I think the investment's going to come more on the first base DH side. And I like the combination of Bellinger, at first or center, and Soler DHing. Man, I didn't realize until earlier today, 48 home runs at 19. Oh, that was the juice ball year. Right?
That juice ball is powerful stuff, man.
Well, yeah, then 27 and 21 and 36 last year, as you said. The thing last year was that his on base was 341. It's usually between 300 and 320. So he was able to improve that quite a bit. I'm trying to say this as appropriately as I can.
Is this? Are we going to get in trouble for this? Or?
But, the only possible issue here is the price.
Wow.
And I just don't have evidence if Hoyer's conservative or not, because Fangraphs projects Soler's contract for 3 years at 45 M's.
No, well,
I don't think Hoyer's going to do that.
That's the same contract Candelario got. He should absolutely do that for Soler. What? Last time I went to Wrigley, I paid $47 for a Miller Lite.
Well, he should do it, but will he?
Was that? Should I not have said that? Or
no, it's okay.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm so with all due respect.
This isn't your time. This isn't the time of year for you.
No, I can't. I just want to see some non-Jorge Alfaro move.
Well, last year at this time they had Bellinger, Tyone, and Swanson. I think Smiley they re-signed.
I want to make sure I cite this person because he's a pretty big Cubs person on Twitter. His name's Brad at BALLSKWOOK, and he said,
"Well, I don't. Yeah, I thought we all listened to each other, but I learned with my Bichette report. I guess no one listens to each other's shows except me.
Yeah, so I just I want to give him his due. We keep it classy here,
right?
And he said Cubs off-season hunch." Ready?
Hunch? What does that mean?
Well, he's not informed. I don't think he's reporting. He's just guessing. But it's a very positive.
All right, let's hear it.
It's a very positive outlook.
No, let's hear it. That's fine.
Bullet point: Bellinger.
There is momentum happening here.
Bellinger on a Stroman-like 3-year deal with opt-outs, which you've already spoke about.
Thank you.
Imanaga on a Suzuki-like 5-year deal.
Not getting him. Keep going.
Hoskins or some other first base / DH bat, which we're speaking of right now with Jorge Soler out of Cuba.
And could you do both or no? Is it one or the other?
No, can't have that many righties, dude. And then last, trade for Bieber and Clase.
Yeah,
and
easier said than done.
No, and then he does say the trade is the least predictable part. If not, they'll need to add a relief pitcher help in some other way. And then people would say, hey, and then there's people that have actually commented and said that wouldn't be enough. Well, if that wouldn't be enough,
on what?
Then you need to move on, man.
There's been no moves.
There's no move
Would it
out
be
there.
Enough?
No, can I say something?
There's been literally 0 moves.
Listen to me. The Cubs
2 minor league deals.
The Cubs can sign Yamamoto, Imanaga, and Montgomery. They still won't be as good as the Braves or Dodgers. So if that's how you're interpreting it, then yeah, it's over. And I got to tell you, if they had Ohtani, they're still not as good as the Braves. Right. So the goal is to win the division and then get some playoff luck and roll it out. And to that scenario, Bellinger, Soler / Hoskins, Imanaga / Montgomery, and then a Bieber is plenty to win this mediocre.
That would be really good.
No, that would be worth, maybe, taking a jog around my complex, with my shirt off or something.
Yeah, that would be exciting.
Yeah.
Even in a post-Ohtani and Soto world, that's exciting.
No, I think I would even take that before the season.
Yeah.
So before the offseason. On the glass now front seems to be a little bit of a holdup in that deal.
What's the holdup? Is it physicals?
I don't know.
Medicals? Yeah.
I have to listen to the whole Passan interview again.
I really want to listen to that now. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll pause the show and go.
Oh, we got
There is
breaking
momentum
news.
happening here.
You're okay. So I don't appreciate if you're joking around. I'm kind of done with that.
Right-handed starter Tyler Mahle and the Texas Rangers are in agreement on a 2-year, $22 million deal, former Red. Hey, listen,
I'm playing the music, man.
Well, that could be big because then, the Rangers.
This show is off the rails.
The Montgomery. Here's a quote from Bruce Levine, who starts to feel like his credibility is kind of waning a bit.
No, it's not.
I mean, he did say on the radio this morning he doesn't think the Dodgers are much of a contender.
I'm gonna have to listen back to that. I must believe you misheard him or he misspoke.
The Cubs were very serious about Ohtani. They were in on him all the way. They had a serious bid that they were making, but unfortunately, he wasn't serious about the Cubs. He never came to see the Cubs, from my understandings.
What?
They had discussions with the agent, serious discussion, large bids, many-year bids, but it never got to the point where he was considering leaving Los Angeles. So we can officially close the book.
It was all a show, huh?
Play the music again, man. We can officially... Oh, well, this is a little different, but I kind of like this. We can officially close the book on Shohei Ohtani.
So he never even had a meeting?
I don't think he ever even was in the 847-312.
773.
Yeah. 630.
815.
Yeah, that's Crystal Lake, dude. All right, let's move on. This is one of the worst shows we've ever done.
Coming up next.
I'm going to check us live January 10th and February 7th.
What are the NL Central projections with current rosters? Stay tuned. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. As the weather gets colder, the NFL offers stay hot on FanDuel. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets with any winning $5 money line bet. That's $150 if your team wins. If you've been thinking about joining FanDuel, there's no better time to get in on the action. The app is so easy to use. There's a wide range of betting options, including spreads, player props, over-unders, and more. Visit FanDuel.com/lockedon. FanDuel, official partner of the Locked On Podcast Network. NL Central projections, according to FanGraphs, with current rosters. Cardinals have added 3 starting pitchers. Brewers have added nobody. Cubs have added nobody. Reds have added a couple relievers and Candelario. And Pirates,
starters. The Reds have added Nick Martinez.
Oh, well, is he a starter for sure for them?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No,
and Pagan and Candelario, those 3, right?
And then didn't they add one more starter?
Did they really?
Let me see. You
and then
keep
the
going.
Pirates got Rowdy Tellez and a starter, right?
Yeah.
I know Tellez for sure. I know they've been linked to Justin Turner as well. But really, the Cardinals are the highlight there. They did send out Tyler O'Neill last weekend to the Red Sox, but they've added Lynn, they've added Gibson, they've added Gray, plus they still have really some premier talent in their lineup. So right now, Sam, it's Cardinals 85 wins, current rosters, Brewers 80, Cubs 79, Reds 78, and Pirates 75.
I can't find it. Yeah, I think the Cubs are in a really good spot projection wise because they have like 6 additions to make.
Yeah.
I think the Cardinals are pretty much done. The Brewers may add a little bit on the margins, but I think what did you say? The Cubs are at 79 wins?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's lowball it. Okay. Let's lowball it. If they add Cody Bellinger, that's another 3 wins. Let's lowball it. That puts you at 82. Okay. Projection wise.
Yeah, I heard you the first time.
If they're going to add at least 1 pitcher, let's say it's Michael. Let's say I think they're going to add 2 pitchers. I just don't know how good they're going to be. Together, that's probably another 3 or 4 wins. So right
4
there,
is probably high on the high end.
You think it's high? If they had Michael Wacha and Imanaga?
Well, not even. I didn't know you were going to say Imanaga.
Well, what was Michael Wacha's WAR last year? That's how you project wins, man.
Well, okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay, well, call me out. That's fine.
Michael Wacha was worth 2.5 wins himself. So if you had him, let's lowball. Let's completely lowball it right
first
now.
of all, you keep using the phrase lowball.
And Lorenzen,
how many times are you going to use that?
Well, Lorenzen was worth 2. So
so you're right, 4.
So 4.
So we just wasted 45 seconds of showtime.
So if you just add 2 pitchers of Bellinger, that's 7 wins, man.
So they'd be at 86 wins.
85, 86 wins. I think that's how Fangraphs does it. It's by projected WAR.
I'm pretty sure.
And I guess maybe Bellinger wouldn't be. I think Bellinger would be worth 3 projection. He was worth 4.5 last year.
Yeah.
So just projection wise. And by the way, that doesn't account for Hoskins / Soler. That doesn't account for relievers. At the end of this offseason, the Cubs should be projected to win in the high 80s, is what I'm saying.
I hope so.
They're at 79. They haven't done anything to their team. They've just lost 2 major pieces. Think about it. They won 83 last year. They lost Stroman and Bellinger. That takes you down to 79. And last year, we know they were really about a 90-win team, but they were managed into the ground by David Dancing with the Stars raw.
Wow. What if they don't do anything until the Cubs convention? They just raw like 7 guys at once.
Well, I'm starting to get a little concerned that they're not going to
I'd like to go to the convention with you this year, either Friday or Saturday.
No, I think we have to go.
Okay.
I know last year.
We'll wait for the single day passes to come out.
I think we have to go as a group to represent this beautiful show, because at the end of the day, it's you and I, man. Everybody else on Twitter and stuff, they don't.
No, we're on an island.
Yeah, people are on Cubs
for the
Nation.
most part.
Yeah, they don't really show us that much love, man.
Well, and by group, you mean you and I. We're going to be in our lockdown.
No, and when I say people don't show us love, I'm not talking about our great audience. I'm talking about other outlets.
Yeah.
So I don't want our fans, the listeners are all we have. They're the backbone.
You keep us going in your ears and on YouTube.
Can I just ask a question? May I take a pass from best and worst this week, or would you like me to participate?
Yeah, I think we're going to end up talking about the live shows, basically.
Oh, well, you said you're going to talk something about me, and I'm just a little concerned.
Yeah, that as well.
All right, well, I'm going to – hold on. Chapter 2 here.
Well, I'm just going to show my appreciation and love for you.
Oh, I thought it was going to be negative.
No.
Because I was going to be reading during it.
So, all right, well, no. So we're going to do best and worst of the week coming up next.
What are you wearing? It's like a button down.
Locked On has launched the first ever national sword. No, see, what I'm wearing is actually what I was going to talk about. So this is my school clothes.
Oh, okay.
And I haven't worn something like this on the show in a long time because we've been recording at night a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I've had some more free time at night recently. And so I've been going back just a year ago for shows, just watching first segments or just a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I look like this a lot because we would record. I had an unreal schedule last winter with basketball. And we would record literally between the school day. We would do a show. Then I would go to like a practice or a game.
I remember those days.
And I just want to say, I really appreciate your flexibility to do that. I don't know how I survived that.
Well,
but by you being flexible to record at 4, sometimes we record before 4.
Hey.
And the snow is falling, and I'm in my school clothes.
Don't thank me. Thank my boss.
Well, no, but Sam, you need to be thanked for that.
Well,
but that's exactly what I'm doing now, and you were able to record on the early side. So I'm not coaching basketball, though.
And, probably for the best.
Best and worst of the week coming up. Lockdown has launched the first ever national sports 24/7 streaming channel on YouTube. Locked On Sports Today covers the top sports stories of the day with the local experts of Locked On, plus our national shows covering every league. Search Locked On Sports Today on YouTube and subscribe to the first ever national sports 24/7 streaming channel. Hey,
okay.
5 out is what we run. 5 out.
No, you
did run.
You did a great job.
All right, best of the week.
You guys had a good team.
We want to turn your attention to Cubs and Grub. 7 to 9 p.m. Wednesday, January 10th and Wednesday, February 7th. The Arcada Theater and Des Plaines Theater in St. Charles and Des Plaines, respectively. Join us for a live show, dinner, and drinks. Tickets are only $10. And it's a great night out. Tickets are going right now. Good reception so far based on what we've heard and just in our mentions and things like that. So again, we will have a link to the 2 tickets in the episode description for the foreseeable future. We hope you join us for at least one of those nights, but maybe even both.
Right. No. Oh, sorry. You froze for a second there.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. Best of the week by far. Join us. That was, the reception that we received when we announced that was really funny. It's so funny because a couple friends and family of mine texted me and were like, "Hey, congratulations!" I said, "Don't say congratulations till we see how many people buy tickets." But it was really cool, and hopefully we get a chance to meet everybody and have a nice time. And I'm going to think of some stuff, maybe a giveaway or something cool for these events. And it is. I've said it a lot. I'll say it again. The show is what keeps me going, man. I love doing the show. I love the audience. Like, I can't explain it, but and I know you're not as much like this on Twitter or X or BYZ, whatever it's called.
I've been making a bit of a comeback recently, though.
Yeah, no, you have. But what I love so much is it's not even just baseball, man. Like tonight, for example, if I'm up late and I'm watching, the Warriors Clippers game, I'll tweet something out about the game, and I'll have like 6 people that want to talk to me about it. And it's cool. Like, no, it's not cool. It's awesome. Because, it's
Cubs
just
and Grub.
It's a community. It's a sports community, and everybody shares in this community my unhealthy obsession with sports, and it's awesome. It's awesome to be involved in a community, especially somebody like myself, as that doesn't really get out much. So go Cubs, and
Well, and next
we do have
Thursday,
a Secret Santa party this Saturday.
Oh, you should. I'd like to get an update on that.
I'm gonna get a menorah for everybody.
We will be 5 shows next week before we go down to 3 over the holidays. And our last show before the holiday period will be Thursday of next week. That's Thursday the 21st. We will be doing a Locked On Cubs holiday party. So hit us up if you want to be on that. It was fantastic last year. That's going to be the 21st. And I'll be live. It's prime time.
Can I do my worst of the week?
Yeah.
Wait, what did you say? I completely missed that. You didn't really ever tell me about that.
Well, we're doing the Locked On Cubs holiday party on the 21st.
Wait, it's Thursday?
Yeah, a week from today.
Oh, we might have to talk about that off the air.
Oh, okay. I thought I mentioned it last week.
Oh, did you? Because I have my work holiday party that night.
Oh, well, then we're not going to be able to do it that night, folks. So there goes that.
Maybe Wednesday.
Yeah, right.
Well, we'll announce it. Sorry, I don't remember you mentioning.
Yeah, Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, or Friday.
Or we could just not do one.
No, we're doing one.
Okay.
We're doing one.
All right. What's your worst of the week? Because this show is too long as it is.
Is it? We're only 23.
I know. But
my worst of the week.
Not our best work. So.
No, this is one of our worst shows. My worst of the week is.
Go ahead.
Just let people be.
Be, right.
Like
the Beatles.
When I find myself in time.
Trouble. We don't want to get copyrighted.
Because when I just can't stand on Twitter, hey, Sam, you got to tell this person. If you think the Cubs are going to be terrible, then that's what you're allowed to think. This is a free country. If I was at Walgreens the other day, and the cashier and the other person got into an argument about what's more appropriate to say, Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays. And you know what the answer is?
That happened at a public place?
A public place. Who cares? Like, just do whatever you feel comfortable doing. Stop worrying about what other people do. If you think Jed Hoyer's not the guy for the job, I hope you're wrong, but you're entitled to think that. If you think the Cubs are in a great place and Hoyer's playing possum like my dad, who continues to remind me every single day something big's happening over tech, if you think that, you're entitled to think that too. And if you want to wish me a happy holidays, great. If you want to say Merry Christmas, I'm not offended. So let's just all worry about what we need to do and not be upset. I'm tired of my mention. Sam, talk to this guy. He's out of line. It's Twitter, guy.
Thank you so much for checking out this edition of Locked On Cubs. You give us
And if
20
you never
to 30
listen
minutes,
again, we get it. This was a bad show.
and we'll give you all things Cubs with a laugh or two along the way. Be sure to hit subscribe on YouTube and smash the like button for the algorithm. Shout out to the audio peeps on Apple, Spotify, and more. He's Sam Olber. I'm Matt Cozy. This is Locked On Cubs.